All right, welcome race fans. Here we are at Michigan tonight in the trucks with the Midnight Motorsports League here. These guys are going to be running 95 laps here tonight. This is going to be awesome. One of my favorite tracks of all time, I do believe. I don't run well here, but I love to watch races here. I've been there several times myself in person to the track. If you ever get a chance, please do yourself a favor and go there and watch a real race. It is an awesome facility. I guarantee you it's awesome. We've got several guys out here been turning a lot of practice laps, some very fast times. We're down into the 39s now as Roger had laid down a 40.150. Joe Holt went out there and laid down a 40 flat. And now Brandon Berkey has laid down a 39.959. So holy smokes. This is going to be a pretty awesome turnout here. We've got a pretty good field. I don't think we've got a lot of guys maybe not on the track right at the moment here, but Brandon Berkey definitely not on the track. Joe Holt. Lots of guys not on the track at the moment. Jason Sizlove off. Harry Snelson, David Robleski off. Marty Sponsor. There's Mark Russell out there. Definitely one to keep an eye on tonight. As we'll be watching Mark. One of my favorites out there. Like Mark, he's a very good friend. And trying to find somebody here on the track could be a little bit of a trick. All right, Patrick rolling out there. Patrick hasn't had a lot of time to practice here tonight, so we'll be keeping an eye on him too. So in the meantime, kick back, relax, get you something to drink, get ready for a long race here, 95 laps, 2-mile oval here at Michigan. All right, folks, a little less than 4 minutes here till qualifying, so stay with us. Don't go anywhere. Don't lose your seat. Don't move your seat. And stay right here with us because we're getting ready for some fun. Roger, can you hear me?
I got you, buddy. I got you.
All right. What do you think?
4 minutes.
Yeah, what do you think of this Michigan, man? One of my favorite tracks.
I like the place. There's been a lot of work put in a bunch of setups up here. We've seen some pretty fast times. Seen some really good drafting. That's going to be big tonight. There's a lot of guys got a shot to win a race tonight. They just catch a little luck and play the cards right at the right time.
Absolutely. Boy, Brandon Berkey come right out of the gate there with a 39.9. I don't know if there's any drafting involved in that, but man, what a smoking lap.
Yeah, that's a really fine Q lap right there. He's got a pretty fast truck in Q trim for sure. I don't know. I didn't see much in his race. I didn't watch him run too many race trim laps, but his Q lap pretty quick.
And Joe Holt coming out with a 40 flat. I mean, you can't get any flatter than that. I mean, that was 40.000. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I gotta feel like the 235, 239, 265s are all Q. I don't know about Sponsler's 324. I think that's a draft race lap. But that's you know, that top 6-7 guys or 6-8 guys right there, that's pretty fast times regardless. And if they can queue that quick, then their race trim's got to be pretty good too.
Absolutely. Well, I'm kind of pumped about getting this race going here. I think this is going to be a lot of fun here to broadcast. Michigan, boy, I'll tell you what, I got some great camera angles for this track, and you know, it's just fun to watch, and the trucks are really exciting here, very fast.
Yeah, with the close racing some of these guys can do here, and this track produces a lot of really close racing. We should see some really exciting passes and some really exciting, I would hope an exciting finish. I hope nobody runs away with it.
Drafting going to be a big key factor here. Communication on the track, throttle management, some of the key factors that, you know, these guys are going to have to be pretty much what's the key word I want to say there, restrict themselves or to, you know, to make sure that they do follow all of them, you know, them things. Communication, throttle management, and, you know, tire management is another one, and making sure that you know, they don't. Number 2, Luke, coming off a 2, it seems like it's really bad, but if you've got a good set and you do hit that line just right, boy, it's really a great come off of there. Yeah,
they're really going to exhibit a lot of self-control tonight.
That's a word.
Be very consistent.
Yes.
Every lap. It's a big track, and rhythm really shouldn't be, you know, that big a factor in it, but I promise you, this is a rhythm place. Now, this new tire model is making guys have to be rhythm drivers. Yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing, but I was working with 2 or 3 of the drivers in practice to help improve their line and kind of get them to figure out how to not be so loose and not be all over the place from the exits of the corners, because you've got to run the truck kind of loose here to have any speed in it whatsoever. And a lot of guys, they've figured it out really quick that you can drive the truck with your right foot as much as you can with your hands.
Right. All right, we're going to go ahead and play our national anthem here while these guys are getting ready to qualify, so we will be right back.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Okay, Roger, we're back here, and some times coming in already. Boy, some pretty fast ones, too. Viola coming out, man, right out of the gate with a 40.145. Good lap.
Yeah, one of the early numbers coming up. Mark Russell's 148 right behind him. I haven't seen some of the real fast guys go yet, though. Joe Holt and those guys. I haven't seen them go just yet. Brandon Barkey with a 141. He's a little bit off of his pace from earlier.
Well, it's good to have you back in the booth with me again tonight, buddy. I missed you last night. Pretty bad.
Yeah, but I was having a lot of fun.
I know you were, and I was having fun watching you. You ran a good race last night, so.
One little mistake, and it ended a really fine run, but
It's all
it
it
was
takes.
really a blast up until then. Whole team did really good. The Raw Power Motorsports guys were on fire last night. They did a great job.
Yeah, we talk about
all of our results, really didn't show all the hard work and how we actually raced. We didn't get the finishes I felt like we'd earned, but overall it was good. And that race was really good. There was some really fast guys. Sam Adams really quick up front.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he was, man. I'll tell you what, he drove his heart out last night. I really would have liked to have seen him win that. I'm glad Alan Bowes won it, but I would have really liked to have seen Sam win. That would have been cool to have somebody new in victory lane. It's always kind of cool to have somebody new up there.
Yeah, I mean Alan, we're used to seeing Alan run really well, and he wins a lot of races. But just Sam coming in and running as well as he did was really fun to watch.
Yes, it was.
Well, I got a feeling we might be missing a couple of names unless they're just waiting until the last second to post a time. But Joe Holt did not post a time in qualifying. And
there he is.
There he comes with the 124. I was getting ready to say he hasn't posted a time. We're running out of time, so
yeah, I'm
good
surprised
for him.
Surprised he
off.
Yeah, I'm surprised he beat Barkey though.
It was a little off on that lap. Nowhere near his qualifying. Nobody really was.
Yeah, that's why I think
practice chart times.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of drafting involved in some of those fast times we've seen at 39s. I think there was a lot of drafting involved in that. So, all right.
Well, we're gonna go now.
17 qualifiers, it looks like. So, all right, we're gonna
17 qualifiers. Probably got about 25 cars, maybe.
Camera, there it is. All right, let's get down here and run through the qualifying order. Joe Holt on to pole with a 40.124. Good lap. Congratulations, Joe. In second, the number 81 of Brandon Barkey. In third, the number 17 of Brian Viola. And I'm not going to my camera here. What the heck's going on? What the heck's going on? Hold on a minute. Some reason. Mark Russell in starting in the 4th position in the number 9. In 5th, the number 57 of Cameron Higgins. In 6th, the number 70 of Doug Lemons. In 7th, the number 21 of David Robleski. In 8th, the number 83 of Stephen Pearson. In 9th, the number 68 of Rick Walker. And rounding out the top 10, Perry Snelson in the number 12. Roger?
The number 87 of William Tony will start in the 11th position. Herman Reynolds is going to start in 51 in the 12th position. David Lowe starts 13th in the 55. The 27 of Kevin Mitchell is going to start in the 14th position. Mark Wright will start the 15 in the 15th position. Fitting. Devin Morgan starts the 112 in the 16th position. Patrick Rowland will start the 8 truck in 17th. 18th will be the 2 of Tyler Burgess. Chris Pence starts the 14 truck in the 19th position, and Paul Henley's going to start the 16 and 20th, Rudy.
All right, Jason Sizelove in the number 44, starting 21st. In 23rd, the number 32 of Brent Keith. 24th will be the 45 of Roy Hall. 26th will be the 29 of Nicholas Stone. And it looks like Brian Phillips, maybe the guy running shotgun here tonight, 27th. In the number 39, I don't see Marty Sponsler out there. Whether he's going to miss the start or what, but they're rolling off the grid.
Might have a couple guys deciding to start in the pits just to miss.
Very interesting.
Yeah, we've apparently we've got some viewers that are having some problems with a really fuzzy screen, and my recommendation is to look in the bottom right corner of the player. There's a little gear. Click on that gear and it'll give you different resolutions. Up the resolution somewhere between 1080 and 720. It may make your feed have to buffer a little more depending on your internet connection, but for a clearer picture, expand the screen 1 click and then raise that resolution a couple of notches, and I promise that it will clean up.
I do broadcast in 1080p, but some people's computers can't quite handle 1080, so if you have to, run it in 720. All right, Roger, we're about to go green here.
Yes, we are. Good field tonight. Fast driver. Missing a few of our regulars, though. Well, I saw Marty Sponsler left. We don't have a Tyler Hudson. A couple other guys aren't here.
Marty left.
Brandon Sullenberger.
Oh, man, Marty left. No way. All right, looks like we're going to have about maybe 25 trucks.
That's what I counted.
Yeah.
Pace car's about to duck off right here, Rudy. We're about to get going 95 laps at Michigan. Midnight Motorsports. Waiting on that green flag. Here we go. Green's in the air, and we are underway. Pretty decent little start. No tire spin. Everybody kind of minding their P's and Q's right here. We'll see how long that lasts.
Cameron Higgins right up underneath Mark Russell right there, but can't quite make it stick. Mark pretty strong on the high side.
Well, Doug Lemon's right there behind him, pushing him on around and trying to stay on the outside around Higgins himself. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, Stephen Pearson hanging on to all of them guys. The front 5 kind of pulling away just a little bit. Robleski trying to stick with them.
Perry Snelson right in there behind David Robleski, and boy, he's got a pack of trucks right behind him. Looks like maybe David Lowe, William Tony, Rick Walker, and Mark Wright. Even Patrick Rowland right up there in the middle of that. That should be about our top 10 right there.
I believe Brian Viola and Brandon Barkey did start from Pet Road. They're way back here off the pace of 14 seconds back of the leaders. So they must have started on Pit Road.
We'll have to keep an eye on those two.
Yeah, great battle going on here around William Tony. But just a note there, Joe Holt did lead the very first lap. And the second. Patrick rolling a
rolling.
little loose.
Got that left front tire hooked down on that bottom lane, and just a little too early in a run for that. I'm sure he didn't mean to, but it was about 8th, 9th position.
Yes, he did. He lost a bunch. He goes back to the 18th position, running 10th.
Robleski has reeled in a little bit on Steve Pearson, and that front 6 actually is a pretty good little breakaway right now.
Yeah, Pearson trying to hang on to the back of them. Doug Lemon right ahead of him. Oh!
As he pounds the outside fence off
Yes,
of 2, and Pearson's going to go right on by.
And Robleski takes a look on the inside going into 3, and he does clear him. Doug Lemon's going back.
He's got right front corner damage.
Doggone already, man, on lap 4. That's a shame. That's it's gonna affect him if he gets out of that drought.
You got the front 3, 4, 5 trucks right there, and then you got pretty much everybody else. Because once you get past Perry Snelson and David Lowe, it's just a wad. And there goes Lemons again.
Man, did he go for a ride out across that backstretch.
I'm so glad that they took the grass out and put pavement there.
Yes.
I remember when that used to be grass. That was really scary. It seemed like the car would get out there and it'd actually go faster when it left the racing surface.
Yeah, I think so. It picked up about 5 miles an hour.
Some of them hits on them inside walls were just...
Rick Walker up to 11th right now. Him and looks like Perry Snelson. No, Tyler Burgess maybe battling each other. Tyler does clear him. He gets by him. Puts Rick Walker back to 11th. And quite a gaggle of trucks behind them, but we've got a few up ahead of them. Perry Snelson here just getting passed up by David Lowe. David Lowe moving forward. Started 13th, and here he is running up in 7th, 2.6 seconds behind the leader.
And I don't know if they're making up time on this group in front, but Robleski and Pearson actually have made up about 10 truck lengths in the last 2 laps on those guys up front. They're reeling them in.
Yeah, they were up there, and I don't know, when Pearson got a little bit loose there once, I think that cost him some momentum, but he's starting to catch back up to him now. You know, the thing of it is the viewers got to understand, it takes about 2 or 3 laps to get some heat in these tires, and you know, they do get a little bit better after about 3 or 4 laps. You get a lot more bite in them.
And you know, Lemon's damage really is kind of behind that front clip right there, so maybe it knocked the toe out a little on his truck or something. This probably shouldn't be that affected right now. He's still falling back.
So in the 8th position right now, but hanging right on Mark Wright, right on his tail, and that's what he's going to have to do to try to move forward, is stay right in somebody's draft to protect that the air from hitting that jagged front right corner.
Rick Walker's taking a look. I thought he was going to take a peek on Burgess right there. I think he just turned in a little early. Burgess is working on the back bumper of the 70 truck of Doug Lemons right now.
Yeah, Doug was still a little bit loose coming off a 2 right there. Rick Walker trying to figure out which one he wants to go for, but he's going to have to go to the inside if he's going to clear Doug Lemons. Doug goes way up high, a little smoke coming off that right rear.
I actually think it was coming off that right front.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think it was coming off that right front. He had so much wheel crank that right front tire started to smoke a little bit.
When another one getting by him, Kevin Mitchell taking a peek.
Yeah. Yeah, his truck going backwards. He does not like whatever he knocked out front in that early lap there by hitting the turn 2 wall.
right, let's get back up to the front here. Mark Russell just hanging right on the bumper of Joe Holt. Waiting for Joe to even make a little bit of a slip, but I don't know. Joe is pretty fast. I just don't see him making a major mistake right now.
Yeah, I think these guys are just riding out some laps right now. Let's cut these things down. Let's get the number down low, and then we'll go racing.
And I think that's a smart move, Roger. The only way you're going to clean this up, I know they've had some pretty rough races here in the last couple of weeks, and the only way they're going to clean this up is just ride for a little bit. Don't get so rambunctious and get out there and try to battle each other on lap 2. You know, it's a long race. 95 laps is a long race. They're going to probably be looking at about what, 2 pit stops?
At least 2 pit stops.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I don't know if that's... I'm trying to remember the truck. I want to say it's only about 45 laps, so...
So Mark Russell riding right behind our leader, Joe Holt. And these guys coming to the line here to complete lap number 12, starting 13. All right, any battles you see going on back here anywhere?
Nope. We got the group from 6 to 11 back here just trying to get in line and draw up on the guys in front. Doug Lemons is running 12th back there. His truck is wounded. I don't really know what's wrong with it. I know it's got that little bit of right front damage, but it is wounded. I mean, he's falling back off everybody, really. He's about to be in the clutches of Patrick Rowland.
Well, remember we said Brandon Barkey and Brian Viola started on pit road. They've caught up to that group in the back, and that whole group back here is running about 14 seconds back, but they're working their way toward the front. Brian Viola now running in the 20th spot. Man, he has really picked up a lot of places. Oh, that Brian Viola, he started third.
No, he actually started third.
Right.
Scheduled to start third.
Right. Brandon Barkey was supposed to start second and started on pit road. So. All right, these guys working their way, picking their way up through the field. Paul Henley running in 18th. And quite a ways up to Jason Sizlove running in 17th. Roy Hall in 16th. Chris Pence in 15th. And quite a ways up to Herman Reynolds running in 14th. And Doug Lemons has moved back to 12th. Started 6th today and just hasn't been, he just hasn't caught a break here today. Patrick Rowland running right behind him in 13th. These guys would love to catch up to that front group up there. Kevin Mitchell, Rick Walker, and these guys running about 5.5 seconds behind the leaders. Well, you're right, Roger. That front 3 just kind of riding right now. Not getting too rambunctious.
Yeah, I don't see them doing anything here. I mean, we got to pass back here. Rick Walker working on the outside. I mean, the inside of the 2 truck of Burgess. Wow, did they get close? They had to touch. He took the spot away.
Robleski, you've seen him, been watching him. He's a real
he's catching
3 in.
Yeah, he's catching. Pearson clipped the wall earlier when Robleski got loose. He got a little right front damage, so he's off the pace just a little bit. Robleski actually ran those guys down.
He's made it.
He said he's got a good truck.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited for him. I'd really like to see David run have a good finisher tonight. This would really boost his morale a little bit. I think he's been kind of caught up into a lot of stuff lately, and hasn't had a break.
Yeah, he hasn't had a whole lot of racing luck lately. Seems like most weeks he's got a pretty decent truck and something bad happens to him.
Brian Phillips there, the new guy, I'm showing him as back in 25th, but then again, I don't know. He may be off the track. Nope, he just moved up. Okay. Okay.
He just hit the wall off of 2 really hard. That truck's got lots of damage on the right front. Whole tire sticking out.
And, he's another one, you know, I like Brian. He's just a kind of a quiet guy, doesn't cause any issues or problems or anything. He just keeps to himself, and he's just a heck of a nice guy, you know. I like him. All right, Perry Snelson starting to work his way up. He is, well, I guess not. It looked like he lost one position here. Tyler Burgess got by him, so he cruises around here in 11th place.
Yeah, Perry was up a little further earlier in the run, and he's got a bunch of right side damage. Like, he's been in the fence. He's got more than just about anybody out there, though. He's really been in the fence.
Oh, and he gets really loose right there coming off of turn 2. Let's check it out and see. Oh my, does he ever have damage on that truck? Whoa. Yeah, he's got a lot more, but you know, it doesn't seem to be bothering him all that much. He's just kind of cruising right now.
These guys are about halfway through a fuel run right now. It doesn't look like anybody's really slowing down a whole lot.
And Robleski right on the heels of them front 3. Joe Holt been out there out front, has led all 20 laps right now. Make that.
This front 5 is actually a 5-truck battle again, and it's you know, they got a pretty good gap back to the 6th position, about 4 seconds.
Yeah, yeah, 4.2 seconds back to Mark Wright.
Pearson's worked his way back up to the bumper of the 21 truck, so that tiny bit of damage on his right front fender doesn't seem to be hurting his truck at all.
As long as he doesn't lose that draft of Roblewski, I think he's all right. He just he's got to be a little more patient, and he'll get up there with him. I can't stay on him too long. He blinks like a son of a gun.
Caution!
Oh Lord! Ow, Brandon Barkey, yes. We'll go back and take a look at that and see if we can figure out what happened to Brandon. If I can find my camera I'm looking for. I think it was just a self-spin, Roger, coming off a turn 2.
He had contact with the 45.
Oh, okay. Okay, we're watching it now. Oh, yes, 45 come over into him. We almost had that saved, too. It was just about like what you did there. Oversteered it trying to correct it.
Oh, and he really did clip the wall good there.
Yeah, he hit it pretty hard.
Yeah, that's going to hurt him a lot.
Yep.
But it does give Viola a big break.
Well, we'll watch and see if these guys come down pit road here. Like you said, they're about halfway through a fuel run. But I look for them all to come down pit road. Yes, sir. All of them coming down pit road. They're going to welcome new tires, I can tell you that. 4 brand new Feel Goods on there. Ooh. Alright, right side's going on everybody. See if anybody tries the 2-tire. I don't think. Too early for that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do 2 tires now. But late in the race, but
Looks like they come out just like they go in. Pearson got out ahead of Robleski, though.
I think that was pit stall selection.
But Joe Holt comes back out the leader. Mark Russell second, Cameron Higgins in third, Stephen Pearson fourth, Robleski fifth, Mark Wright with a good pit stop comes in sixth. Brandon Barkey seventh, he didn't pit.
He's wrecked.
Brian Phillips eighth, David Lowe ninth, Kevin Mitchell 10th, Rick Walker in 11th. Brandon Barkey did not come down pit road. Neither did Brian Phillips. I don't believe so. I'm not showing them unless there's a glitch in that. There were some server glitches this morning that we found. After they finished the race kept going. They had a white flag for another 100 laps. It was weird. All right, do we have any wave buys, Roger?
I did not see any.
Okay.
Rudy.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's a lap down. Okay, Brandon Barkey, Doug Lemons, Devin Morgan, and Brian Phillips all on pit road now. So that changes things up a little bit. David Lowe in 7th, Kevin Mitchell 8th, Rick Walker 9th, and Patrick Rowland, your top 10. Well, I didn't know if you wanted to get down there and talk to anybody or not, Roger.
Would like to.
Okay. Let me know when it's clear and I'll open the mic.
I think we might be clear.
Okay, go ahead.
Cameron Hagan, Roger Wagner, MaxSpeedTV booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you guys start off with a great green flag run. You're running up at the front the whole time there. You guys just kind of pacing yourselves, or were you just trying to feel the other guys out there?
Just pacing right now, seeing what they got. Trying to see how Joe Holt's going to do on a long run.
Yeah, it looked like you guys were just trying to click off the laps. Everybody kind of got in line. You know, the 83 and the 21, they were a little ways back and running you guys down. Was that just a factor of you guys really being careful, or those guys got something to come up there and race you boys with?
We weren't giving it everything we had. We were just pacing ourselves, letting laps tick off at the same time. We seen once they started catching us, there was nothing we could do with the draft, so we just stayed on our speed.
Yeah, copy that. Well, man, we know you're on a 1 to go here, so we'll let you get back to work, and good luck to you. Hope we get a chance to holler at you on the podium at the end of the race, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's what I figured. A lot of pacing was going on there. These guys don't want to
Did
show
the 45 get the UL?
Oops, I forgot to mute them. There we go. There we go. All right, going back green on lap 28, Roger.
Yes, we will. That front five is still that front five, even though Pearson got out ahead of Robleski. That gives like Viola a really good chance to get back up here in race notes. He was about 20 seconds behind. That'll happen.
Yeah, he's going to be restarting 11th.
Yeah, pace car's in. Now we just wait on that flag. Green flag in the air, back underway. Another pretty good, even restart. Man, it's nice when you see some guys do a really good restart. Looks so good.
Cameron Higgins up on the inside of Joe Holt.
Oh, David Lowe really loose in the middle.
Oh, that's not going to be good.
That wasn't a whole lot that Walker could do right there. Lowe got loose.
Whoa. Okay, let's go back and check it out.
Yeah, he got loose, had to jump out of the throttle. Walker jumped out and he just couldn't stop getting it.
Yeah, he caught that line right there, and I don't know, it really upset his truck. I'm going to rewind that back. When he caught that low line of that bottom groove that you don't want to get there, it was like as soon as he caught that, it really upset his truck. And I think there's a bump right there, too.
Yeah, you on cold tires, especially when the tire pressures are really low, you get down there, that thing really wiggles, and it's a lot. And when you're in the middle of a pack and you have to break your momentum, you're begging for a problem like we saw right there.
Well, I'll tell you, he took a lot of hits on that. 16 got into him really hard, and I just don't know if he's going to be able to get that thing fixed up or not, Roger.
Yeah, I think the 55's done. I think the 16's done too. I watched him run in there on the end of that when David was spinning out of control and hit him, and I think his engine let go.
Yeah. Patrick Rowland coming down pit road now. Probably going to see if he can't maybe get some of that damage fixed up. Now, he hit the wall pretty hard there, trying to miss David Lowe. And so did the 14. Chris Pence, he tried to avoid him. He steered to the right to try to avoid David Lowe. When he did, it slammed him right into the wall. So he's got a lot of right side damage. So truck sitting on pit road, getting damage fixed up. Paul Henley out, maybe David Lowe out. Both of them, yeah. I believe.
Yeah, I think both. I think both motors let go. Patrick Rowland just kind of an innocent victim in that whole thing. You know?
Yes, he was. Yep.
Nowhere for him to go, and really, you can't blame Walker on that completely.
Nope.
I mean, he's just rolling down in the corner. He doesn't have any time to react and put the binders on. He's got cars behind him. He can't do nothing, and Lowe just really broke his momentum, wiggled down there. You know. The best he could hope for was that he could hold it back on his line in the middle and the guys would go by high and low without wrecking. And I think Walker just got there too fast and he couldn't do it. Got into that left rear corner.
Well, as we say, cautions breed cautions there, Roger. And, you know, there was a lot of close racing going on right there. And, you know, when they get all gaggled up together, if a truck spins, somebody's going to be right there to collect into you. So... and that's exactly what we've seen. A lot of trucks damaged.
Yep. When they're in a pack, everything happens really fast. There's no time for anything.
Nope. No time to react at all. Alright, looks like we got the one to go. The lights are off on the pace car. Patrick Rowland just barely made it off a pit road ahead of the pace car, going around trying to get caught up to the field. He should have plenty of time to get there.
Yeah, it takes about 2 minutes under pace speed to get her around. That should be enough time for him to catch up. Front end of that truck is still a mangled mess, but maybe he'll get lucky and catch another caution and go in. They can pull a bunch of that sheet metal out. The whole right side's mashed up, and everything is pushed from right to left across the nose.
And Chris Pence back on pit road. I believe maybe I don't know. Yeah, I guess he is sitting there trying to get some of that damage fixed up. But Patrick Rowland now catching up to the back of the field. We're about to go green, Roger.
Actually, I think we're still pacing. I think we're coming to the 2 to go. Or to the 1 to go, I mean, I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought the lights were off on it. I'm sorry, my bad.
Yeah, I did too, and one angle I had showed the lights off on the pace car. I thought, man, these guys aren't lining up very good.
Yeah.
I went back to the pace car, and sure enough, the lights were flashing still. So
I guess they are. It just I'm quite a ways away, and I didn't see them flashing. All right, so pretty much lining up the same way. Rick Walker 8th there, Brian Viola up to 9th. Herman Reynolds cracking the top 10.
yeah, we still have 23 cars running, all on the lead lap still. Only 2 retirees. It looks like are Dave Lowe and Paul Hanley, and they were both involved in that last field. Look,
David Lowe is another one. He's just has not gotten a break. He's just had the poorest luck lately. I don't know. It just seems like it goes around, and you know, for a little while, a couple of weeks, and then all of a sudden it'll be somebody else is just you know, has the bad luck. So I hate it for the guys really.
yeah, it's stuff's funny. It's kind of like a virus. You know, you get it for a few races, and then somebody else takes it. They get it for a little while, and you just hope you don't get it back.
Well, I wonder how Rick Walker's crew chief's working out for him.
We might have to go down the pits and interview that guy here in a moment.
Yeah.
Next caution, I think we might do that.
Interview the crew chief?
Yeah, we're going to go down and talk to him and see if he's helping that driver get any better, or if he's fixing that truck for him.
Yeah, right.
That'd be a pretty significant change for that crew chief, considering
Yes, sir.
where he normally is.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to let anybody know who it is until it's time, but
Right.
everybody's going to be a little surprised.
Yeah.
Find out who the wrench on the 68 truck is right now.
I'm sure he's missing being out there racing with these guys right now.
Yeah, I could tell when he was. We were all on the channel together, kind of chatting a little bit about setup in the race and helping these guys figure out the line and stuff. And I could kind of tell he was a little anxious to be out there, but he knows he can't be right now. So, all right, man. Pace car's headed for pit road right here. Got one straggler catching up to the field really, really late. I think that's Chris Pence. The green flag's in the air, and we're back underway again. Kind of a rocky start for Holt. I think he might have missed a shift right there. He's going to have a lot of company getting down into 1 now.
Mark Russell just loved to get up there and lead a lap, but boy, Joe Holt is really strong. Look at him pull away from them guys. Man, is he strong.
Yeah, he took off right there about the middle of turns 1 and 2, just rocketed away from those 2 guys. Russell's going to take second place over now. Taking right in behind him. Robleski. And who is that behind Robleski?
Mark Wright.
Mark Wright got past Pearson for the time being. Yeah, Pearson making a run back on that inside. He should have a position on him here in 1 and 2. Should be able to take 5th position back pretty easily, I would think.
Yeah, Mark Wright's got the line though coming out of the turn, but let's see how they do coming off of turn 2. Mark Wright.
Yeah, Wright will have enough momentum. Pearson will just go ahead and slide in behind him right there. He's not going to wrestle with him too much. It's just his style. Viola's up there running an 8th already.
Right behind Kevin Mitchell. When I mean right behind him, he can't get much closer. Almost pushing him down the backstretch. Now takes a peek on the inside. Going into turn 3, Brian Viola may have a run on Mark Wright, and that is for the 7th position. Does clear him. So good run for Brian Viola, man. Starting in the pits. That's amazing. All right, good job by these guys. Let's get up here, back up front here for a minute. Cameron Higgins still trying to hang on to Mark Russell, and they have reeled in Joe Holt again. Boy, Mark Russell comes right up on the back of Joe Holt. Joe Holt is so strong from the middle coming off, isn't he? He is just so strong.
That truck's squatting and going when he needs it to.
Yep.
Viola making a move on Pearson. Drove it in really deep on the bottom at 1.
Looking back on Cameron Higgins here from Mark Russell. These guys seem to be settled in a little bit. Robleski took a little peek on the inside of Higgins, but it's still kind of early. We're not even at the halfway mark yet. And these guys know they're going to have to make another pit stop, at least one more. I'm thinking 2 more, where they started from lap 31 or 2, I believe. Here we are on lap 38, so they're going to have to make at least one more pit stop, I think.
Yeah, at least one more. Viola going for 5th now. Pearson right behind him. When I think he thought he was just a little too close getting down in that corner, he backed off before they got there.
They're on the inside of Mark Wright. Brian Viola's got Mark Wright easily, and Pearson trying to hang right with Viola. Man, oh man, that's some tough racing right there. And Pearson's going to have to give up, slide it in behind Mark Wright. So Brian Viola is really coming on strong here. And I don't know, but he might be one of the fastest guys out here right now, Roger.
Well, he's in that draft. That helps quite a bit, but he does have a fast truck, so you know, once he gets to these front 4 guys here, I think we'll find out what he's really got. If he can just ease on by them without having to race too hard, then we'll know he's really got a great truck. Otherwise, you know, the closer you get to the front, the harder it is to pass the guy in front.
Oh, that's for sure. All right, let's go back in the field a little bit further here. Brent Keith back in 17. 7.3 seconds behind the leader. Got a little right nose damage as well, running the KN Filters truck tonight. Well, he goes way up on the high side there. But still having a great run. Evan Mitchell's the one I've been watching, has been kind of going backward, Roger.
Yeah, this race at the front's kind of where I'm watching. This is a big pack of trucks now.
Yes, that has grown tremendously.
And they're too wide, and they're racing hard. I'm just hoping that nobody makes a mistake.
Mark Russell out front.
We haven't seen him out in front of one of these in a while either.
Yeah,
that's got to feel good for him.
That's his 2nd lap he's led here. That had to hurt when Joe Holt gave that position up.
Well, I thought he was going to give up clear back. Uh-oh, there was Cameron Higgins. I thought Joe Holt was going to give up about 5 positions right there. And, you know, he held them guys off. He's running on that high side. He held all those guys off pretty good.
Cameron goes clear back to 11th after that boy, that was a near disaster right there. That's unfortunate for him. Robleski now up to the 3rd position, but boy, he's got Brian Viola all over him. Yes, they were 3 wide there for a minute. Pearson keeping his nose right on Viola's rear. And Viola still right there on the inside of Robleski. Robleski's not giving that up without a fight. There he finally caves into it and says, all right, go. I just can't believe Brian Viola is, man, he has just come on so strong here. But boy, look at the distance Mark Russell has put on Joe Holt. 0.4 of a second back to him, almost a half a second.
Let's battle for second place. Second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. These guys are all still racing for that one spot right now. Meanwhile, Russell's just kind of easing on out there, saying, keep it up, boys. Give me some breathing.
I think Brian Viola has, Robleski on the inside of Viola. That's for the 3rd position, and boy, it drove right on by him.
Yeah, I caught some radio chatter. He wasn't real pleased that the 17 worked him over so hard. Forced his way in to get in that 3rd spot and then kind of squatted down there and quit trying to go forward. Robleski was ready to go forward. And it cost Viola clear on back. He's going to run 6th or 7th now.
Yep.
All you got to do is get shuffled out of line.
Yeah, that's all
pretty big.
Rick Walker running in the 8th position at the tail end of that group, almost at the tail end. Good to see Rick right up into the mix of things. And he's another one we talk about each week. He just seems like he gets a short end of the stick, Roger. Somewhere he gets some damage or gets wrecked out or something. And boy, it sure would be nice to see him in Victor Lane.
Front end of Barkey's truck is a wave, and he's still running right there in the 9th position, hanging on to these guys.
We're 2 wide. We were almost 3 wide there coming down the front stretch here. In this group here, Pearson and Viola, Mark
Pearson, right? Yeah, all these guys really banging it up right here hard.
Viola trying to come back up to the 5th position after that near miss with Robleski earlier. Doing a great job.
The draft's so strong and it keeps these trucks so close when they're at speed like this.
Yes.
So passing back and forth is just, you gotta be able to deal with how heavy the traffic is.
Mark Wright trying to get a run on the inside. Okay, Mark Wright, all right. Rick Walker going right with him. Brandon Markey in 9th. Run of 1.9 seconds behind the leader. Pretty much almost at the tail end of this group. What a comeback there after that spin he had earlier. And just luckily he didn't hit anything.
He's getting a lot of help from the draft. The truck's in front of the bus in the home there, so it doesn't have to make its own way over the nose of that truck. But I'm impressed that it's even holding on to where it is.
Yeah. And he's side by side with Rick Walker right now. Them guys going down the back stretch. Still battling out. Oh, Rick into the wall. No, that's going to cost him a bunch of positions. But good save for him.
Oh, a ton of damage on that.
Yes. Man, did he ever lose a lot of momentum. And he lost a couple of positions right there. Cameron Higgins, Tyler Burgess got right by him. We haven't even talked about Tyler tonight here. He is running in the 10th position right now.
Now Walker's truck's hurt pretty good.
Yeah. He should be able to hang on to 11th there for a little while, but I don't know. We'll have to see. He probably really would welcome a pit stop right now just to see how much damage he does have. Let's go on back through the field a little bit further here. Roy Hall back here, 21st position, right behind Nicholas Stone. Brian Phillips in 22nd and Devin Morgan in 23rd. right now the last one on the field. He's running about 20.5 seconds behind the leader, and nobody to draft with back here, Roger.
Yeah, you don't want to not have a dancing partner, and you definitely don't want to be that far behind, but circumstances just not in his favor right now.
All right, let's get back up on the leader because Joe Holt and company have reeled Mark Russell back in somewhat. Back about 2/10 behind him.
Yeah, Robles and Holmes have actually caught up too. Russell's truck looks like it might be getting a little tight on entry. Viola's back up there in the 4th position.
You know how strong Joe's truck is coming off the turn. That's where he's making up the time, I believe, from the center off. Right here's where he really reels up Mark Russell. Right down to within 1/10.5. Man, oh man, these guys are getting a little rambunctious now. Robleski dived way down to the bottom and tries to get that run to get by Joe Holt.
That's just a rough entry line right there off of that bottom like that.
Yes, it is.
He's going to make it work because Holt gave him plenty of room.
Yeah,
he'll squeeze down here in a second.
He didn't have to. He surely did not have to. He could have pinched him right down on the bottom.
Yeah, he didn't know how far down or how far up Robleski's truck was going to come when it got to that apex right there. So discretion being the better part of valor, he went ahead and moved up and said, you know what, I don't want to take myself out. We haven't made halfway yet.
Oh yeah, they're past halfway. 53 laps.
But you still got 4 laps to go. There's no need to race that hard and take a chance. Still not going to That's just way now. Viola pushing the bumper in on that truck.
Oh yeah, he is definitely right there. I want to get down here a little closer. Viola, he does come right up on the back bumper there of Joe Holt.
Robleski for the lead.
Oh my, look at this. Mark Russell giving him plenty of room. Robleski washes up just a touch. Mark stays out of it though, and I think that's going to cost Mark Russell the lead for sure.
Almost cost him second, but he got a good drive off the exit right there.
Yes,
He's
he did.
At least hold on to second for right this second.
Man, these guys are getting pretty racy now.
Down in the corner and puts the bumper to Robleski.
Oh, whoopsie. I don't think Mark meant to do that. But boy, that made both of them check up enough that Joe Holt takes back. Oh, gets into Robleski. Oh, these guys are getting pretty rough up here.
Wow.
Whew. A lot of bumping and banging going on for that lead. Oh, man. Mark right on the outside there.
Is that Viola really loose off the 2 right there?
It was Stephen Pearson.
Well, I saw Pearson go low, but it looked like he was trying to avoid the 17.
Okay, that could have been. I didn't see that part.
Yeah, Viola's crazy loose on the exit of 4 just now.
Boy, I'm telling you what, this is turning into be a heck of a race, ain't it, Roger?
There's no holes being barred right now.
Robleski gets up there and at least leads a couple of laps. No,
he didn't lead a lap.
That's right, he did not.
No, he got hit turn 3 coming down to lead that lap.
Yeah.
And he's still 4th. He's just he's having to gather himself back up and get going again. Mark Russell's truck is so tight on the entries right. He is really washing out.
Yeah, I think these guys really want to. They'd love to have 4 fresh feel goods on there and get back out and try this for one more time. They're going to have to be making a pit stop here probably. I'm just going to take a guess and say probably within the next 5 to 8 laps, I'd say. That's just my guess.
About 15 laps, 10 to 15.
Okay.
Yeah, we last pitted on the 32. We can get about between 42 and 45, I think, out of this truck here. probably closer to 42. So somewhere around lap 7. See pit stops.
Mark Rake gets by Mark Russell, moves into second. Robleski now on the inside of Mark Russell. As Mark washes up the hill again, coming off the turn. He tried to keep it down in front of Robleski, but just couldn't quite do it. And he does take over that position from Mark Russell. Now Mark Rate all over the bumper of, well, he's taking a peek on the inside of Joe Holt. Mark Rate wants to get up there and lead a lap. Lets it come up across. Yeah, across the nose of Joe Holt. Man, I thought Joe Holt was going to do the old crossover on him right there, but Joe pushes him down the front stretch, and Mark Rate leads his first lap of the race.
Leski's third and closing on these guys again. I don't think he's going to waste a whole lot of time trying to get back to that lead.
Well, we are seeing a few guys coming off of pit road, Roger.
They've split up that run. They knew how long that 60-lap run. They knew how long was they've run their 30 laps now. Some of them are starting to split it up. So you try to take advantage of the freshest tires for the longest period of time you can.
And that's probably the way I would do it. That's kind of my strategy. I try to split up what's left, you know.
I just watched Pearson get into the back of the 17 off four. It looked like Viola got a little loose. Pearson had to run. He just right in the bumper.
Them two racing it up pretty hard for that position. Back here, 7th and 8th. Brandon Barkey still running in 9th. And Doug Lemon's right behind him, but Doug is back 2 laps down as he come off a pit. And I don't know, he may have maybe tried to sit there and get a little bit of that damage fixed up that he gotten earlier. Barkey now closing up on Viola. So Viola kind of falling back a little.
Spot to Pearson. Pearson's trying to run down Cameron Higgins.
Yes, sir.
Robleski is almost to the bumper of Joe Holt once again. Remember a few laps ago, coming down to turn 1, they had contact. I gotta wonder if that's water under the bridge, or if we're going to see no patience, no give here by the 21.
Well, we're going to ride along with them here for just a few minutes and see what he does here to Joe Holt. Joe kind of did him a little dirty there earlier, so I don't know. And he's, oh man, it looked like he was going to dive it in underneath him right there going into turn 1, but he gave Joe that line to get back in there. Not ready to make it. Oh, Mark Rake.
Way loose off the seat right there.
Robleski even checked up, so I'm sure Joe Holt did. I heard the throttle back right out of Robleski. Those guys really gave Mark Rate a lot of room right there to get back in.
Yeah, now he's under fire though. They're not going to give him an inch.
Robleski is so strong, isn't he?
Yeah, his truck's really running good. He pushed him down deep in that corner, and he just backed it off, and he's going to get a good run out here. I don't think he'll try to go 3 wide.
Oh, yeah, you thought wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. This is going to get exciting.
And Robleski clear down on that bottom, though. Boy, no grip down there. Had to back out of it. And Holt pushes right clear up the hill, almost into the wall. Boy, I don't know. Joe Holt's running a little bit on the dirty side there, I think.
I think he was just reacting to the 21 being on that inside. Wow. I don't know. I didn't think it was in there that deep like that, but yeah, that truck ain't going to stick too good.
Yeah, that cost him a lot of momentum right there. I think he really superheated the tires trying to turn that thing down in there and go 3 wide. Probably was not a good idea, and I think he probably really realizes that right now.
still really fast, though. He's all over Mark Russell again, trying to push him back up there.
Lots of activity on pit road right now. So
Higgins came off pit road.
And we're seeing a lot more guys coming, going down pit road. But these leaders have not made any inkling to come down pit road just yet. Kevin Mitchell running in 5th. Stephen Pearson in 6th. Brian Viola 7th. Doug Lemon's getting by him there. Doug got a lot fresher tires. Brandon Berkey 8th. Rick Walker up to the 9th place. He's still running. Oh, he's coming down pit road right now.
Yeah, I saw Kevin Mitchell head down pit road.
Quite a few guys coming down pit road. We'll go back to the leader here in just a minute, Joe Holt. Wow. That was kind of freaky there.
Still got 14 trucks on the lead lap. Dave Robleski had for pit road, 4th place truck.
Yes, sir, David Robleski.
Brandon Barkey had for pit road right behind him. Roy Hall on his way out as Robleski comes in.
Green flag pit stops happening right now. Brandon Barkey stops in his stall. Oh, it has to back up. Oh, that's costly.
Wow. Robleski's dropping off the jack, and he's about ready to roll away right now.
There he goes. Oh, he smoked the tires a little bit there. Barkey off of pit road.
Holt and Pearson both on pit road right now.
Mark Wright's still out front. So lots of activity going on. Pearson, you say, is on pit road?
Yeah, hold Joe Holt right in front of him.
Watching here now. Pearson stops in his pit stall. Probably see a 4-tire change and topping off the tank of fuel. Right side's on, and only right side tires. Like brave. Yes, it is very brave. And he's away. So let's get back up to Mark Wright. Now they're coming down. Mark Russell, Mark Wright. Let's see what they've got in store for their pit stops.
Brought Viola behind Russell again? I thought he already pitted.
He may have got a penalty.
This is his 2nd or 3rd time down pit road. At least his 2nd. And he has missed it and backed up again.
I thought maybe I seen him speeding on pit road because he was pulling away from the other guys. But I don't know. He's sitting there quite a long time.
Yeah, it's going to be 16 to 20 seconds. So. Steve Pearson just went by and the leaders were still on pit road.
Mark Russell just now pulling out of his pit stall.
And I'll tell you, I think Kevin Mitchell only took 2 tires because he's right behind Pearson. And he and Pearson were right together prior to that.
Well, we got a brand new leader out front, Brian Phillips. Already got 1 lap under his belt. Let's see, he's going to lead another one. Pearson in 2nd, Kevin Mitchell 3rd. And maybe that was a good call for him to make a 2-tire change.
Joe Holt is only back here, about maybe 5 seconds.
7 seconds behind the leader.
Yeah, about 4.5 seconds behind 2nd and 3rd. So
yeah.
Robleski's right behind him.
He's I don't know, but let's see. I know Pearson stopped, but I don't think Brian Phillips did.
No, I don't think Phillips has yet. Yeah. He's going to now. Maybe it looks like.
Yeah, he's only had one pit stop today.
No, he's not pit. Now at 42.23 to the 2nd place is 40.8. That's eventually he's going to get overrun, but is Pearson going to get up to lead a lap before Joe Holt and David Robleski, who just ran 40-40 for catching?
Patrick Rowland a lap down. Brian Viola a lap down. How the heck did Brian Viola get a lap down?
Penalty.
That's right, that penalty.
There goes the leader.
Yep,
Here's on the apron. That'll hand the lead over to the 83.
And that'll be Stephen Pearson's first time he's led today. So good job by Brian Phillips staying out there and leading with 3 laps. Good job. Gets them bonus points. He's going to come out way behind a lot of people, but
he was the last car on the lead lap before we cycled through.
And only a 2-tire change. 2-tire change for Brian Phillips. It started to jack up the other side, and he must have clicked it and said, nope, right side's only. So good job by him. Stephen Pearson out front now. And Kevin Mitchell only 0.6 of a second behind him. And way back here in third, Joe Holt coming like a freight train. And got Robleski in tow.
Mark Russell back to 8th position. He was running second when they pitted.
Yeah, he had a long pit stop for some reason.
No, he and Mark Wright both had very long pit stops.
Yeah, Mark Russell's was 26.9 and Mark Wright's was 31.8. I don't know why they had such long pit stops, but and Mark was up there. He led 14 laps earlier. Mark Wright led 7. All right, Joe Holt in third and starting to reel them 2 in up in the front. He's down to 2 seconds behind him now. Robleski in tow, running in 4th. Brian Phillips comes off of pit road. He's going to be scored back in 17th, 1 lap down, first car lap down. So if there is a caution that comes out, he'll be the first one to get his lap back.
Yes, he will. And
as spread out as these trucks are around the track, Roger, I just don't know. I don't think we're going to see a caution here. Coming to 20 to go next time by. Joe Holt really, right now, really is not reeling in the leader much at all. Maybe a 10th a lap, or maybe less than a 10th a lap.
Looks like it's about a 10th and a half a lap right now, and I think if Mitchell could just get about 2/10 closer to Pearson, they could maybe sneak back away or maintain. But as it is, I think the 2 of them are going to get run down here. Now, once that pack, once that little truck pack, then everything's different because now the draft is in play. We'll see what happens once we get back to that pack. Now, Pearson's just out there sailing around doing his thing.
Yep, Holt reeled him in now. He's down to 1.7 seconds, so he is coming. 4 tires is kind of making a little bit of a difference over the 2 tires that Pearson changed, and Kevin Mitchell only changed 2 as well.
Well, that's last season's champ out there. The first time all season, I think he's led more than a lap.
Right.
So maybe his early season woes are coming to a close.
Well, this will help him a little bit in the points, for sure. Let's go back and check on Cameron Higgins running in 6th place, 5.3 seconds behind these guys. Rick Walker in 7th. Even though he's got that damage, Roger, he's still running pretty doggone good.
Yeah, he is. He's having a really good run tonight. Better than some of his previous weeks. Look, he's been one of those guys who got stricken by the wreck bug.
Well, we may not have another caution, Roger. Boy, I'd sure like to get a word in with his crew chief.
You know what? Let's see if we can use somebody.
You might maybe go down.
I got this, I think.
Go down there and tell them you're bringing them up or something.
Mr. Butler, are you there?
Yes, sir. I'm here. What's up?
Well, Rudy and I got a question for you. Pretty important question. We want to know why the switch from driver to crew chief, and how's that going for you tonight?
Well, unfortunately, I'm in the military, and they sent me down to Indiana to help out with a unit down here, so I just didn't have the opportunity to bring all the stuff with me, so figured I'd just come in here and try to help out as best I can, just so I can stay a part of the league while I'm down here.
Well, you got here, and immediately you got pulled into crew chief for the 68 truck Rick Walker, running in 7th place. Got a little damage there, clipped that safer barrier going into turn 3. Other than that little bit, how was the truck running for you?
He was a little tight off. I made a couple little adjustments there on that last pit stop. Just helped him out, but unfortunately, yeah, he just for some reason, and when he let off the throttle to get into 3 there, he just kind of went to the right on him a little bit and just kind of tagged the wall. But unfortunately, he doesn't look like you're going to get a caution to fix it. But I think we could have gotten the top 5 if he could have kept it clean. But it's the nature of the beast here.
What do you think of the race to this point? I know you'd love to be out there mixing it up with these guys, but we've had an extremely long green run. We had pit stops. We're going to probably run about 55, 60 laps here under green. Yeah,
it's been an awesome, clean race so far. I wish I could be there, but unfortunately, it wasn't meant to be. Man, it's just awesome that they've just gone green. But it's a big, wide track, and there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to do this here.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by a couple of the cautions, and the one with Rick there where he got into the 55 truck. Really didn't feel like it was all his fault. Felt like there wasn't much he could do. Low got loose, and Rick tried to keep it low on him, and it just didn't work out. But there's been a lot of give and take. Nobody's really been forcing the issue on each other a whole lot. We've seen a couple of 3 wides, but some of the pit strategies, the guy out front taking 2, the other 2 guys here, Joe Holt and Robleski, took 4, and yet we're still, a half a second gap here, coming down to about 15 to go.
Yeah, I was noticing, what a mix-up there was on these pit stops. Looks like probably Mark Russell, Mark Wright, Chris Pence, they all must have got caught speeding or something, because we gained 3 or 4 spots on that. And it's been, at one point in the race, we were just cruising along, just trying to stay in line with people, and we were starting to run down some trucks, and then caution come out, and fortunately, with this damage, we're just not been able to keep up.
Well, man, we wanted to check in with you and find out, are you going to be on the box again next week?
We'll see what's happening. It just depends on what's going on next weekend. If I'm up in Chicago or something, I'll be able to do a race. I know I'll be up in Chicago for Labor Day weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna be around for that race or not, but this depends what I feel like doing. If I feel like taking a 4-hour drive up to Chicago, so if I'm not, if I'm just here in the hotel, I will be on here.
All right, buddy. Well, we look forward to seeing either capacity as a driver or as a crew chief next week, and we'll let you get back to working on your driver, bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
I didn't want to harass him a whole lot, but I sure did want to harass him. I like old Sean. He's good people.
Robleski back up here right on the inside of Pearson as Joe Holt takes over the lead.
Yeah, we're seeing that 2 tires is not going to win him the race, but I think it's going to garner him at least still the top 3. Be a great finish for Pearson. But Robleski and Holt are just coming, and I don't know if Robleski's holding anything back right now or not. He's really been one of the strongest trucks out here all race long. So we'll see in his last 10 laps if he's got something to go up here and challenge Holt for this win.
Well, we're about at the point here, pretty close, probably within the next 4 or 5 laps. We're about at the point where Holt's truck starts to fade a little bit, and that could be Robleski's cue to get up there and challenge him for that lead. So we'll have to see how this is going to play out. I hate to like get off of the leaders, but we're going to have to go take a run back through the field here real quick, Roger, because it looks like these guys are on on a mission here for the win. But let me know if you see any changes up there. Robleski.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just kind of flicking around looking for any kind of good action right now, and there's not a whole lot to be seen.
No. Kevin Mitchell back here in fourth, falling back about 2.2 seconds behind the leader. Brandon Barkey in fifth. Cameron Higgins in sixth. A long distance between them two. Way back here, 18 seconds behind the leader, Mark Wright. Rick Walker in eighth. Mark Russell ninth. Hasn't been able to get that truck back up toward the front after that. I think it was a pit road penalty, Roger.
And they may have sped going in. That's just, I don't know, that is not the style of those two guys. But they came in together, and who knows, one maybe kind of got the other one to speed a little bit, not on purpose. Weirder things have happened.
Chris Pence in 10th. Jason Sizlove getting by him. Brent Keith in 12th. Them three were just running right pretty close together. William Toney 13th. Great finish for William today. Nicholas Stone in 14th. Roy Hall 15th. Brian Phillips 16th. Patrick Rowland 17th. And then it looks like the last one out here, Perry Snelson, running 4 laps down. So we're going to get back up to the leader here, and we're going to probably stay right on him for the remainder of the race here, Roger, because he's we don't know what Robleski's got up his sleeve. Oh, and Holt just barely taps the wall. Didn't lose any speed, though.
Actually, Robleski's closing on him a little, and it could be the draft, could be that he drug the wall a bit. I just, David, kind of cagey sometimes. He'll save a little. I know we're getting down here close enough to 5 to go. I don't think he wants to wait too long. And he's got plenty of gap between him and third place Steven Pearson back there. If he's going to do something, he needs to start sizing him up right now, see what he can do with it.
He is right on his bumper, I'm telling you. We're going to ride along here and watch these guys as he sizes up our leader, Joe Holt.
Yeah, he's looking for that spot where he can just go. He doesn't really have to think a whole lot about anything. But Holt's going to be watching the mirror. Robleski drops way off on entries, and man, he's better from the center off now than Holt was earlier in the run. Look at how he just closes up right here.
Yeah, I think Holt's truck is better going in now. And boy, here goes Robleski on the inside of him. Holt going to give him the room, but
Holt tried to shove him down there and make him really lift out so that he could get that run off. And I think you're going to have to get him from the center out, pull up the side, going down the straightaway. You're not going to be able to get it going down in the corner real deep.
We're going to stay right on top of these guys because, man, I'm telling you what, this is going to be interesting.
Here's the run he needs right here. This is the run he needs, and then he needs to be able to get that fender on him.
Oh, Holt blocks him.
Now, if he can get up beside and hold him down. Now, there it is. That's a good run. That was a nice move right there. Now, if he'll come up high, make sure he gets his line going in. Now he should be able to stay here.
Yep.
That was a really well executed pass. He set him up nicely right there. He did a really good job. He's just got to get into 3 and not let him cross him over. Here's the lift early.
He makes sure he gives himself plenty of room, and Holt's going to have to give in to him because I don't think Holt's got enough to get back up there now. I think Robleski's got this.
The draft will keep him close enough, but Robleski's going to be able to protect because he's better from the center out.
Here we are at 4 laps to go, and boy, I'll tell you, it could be either one of these. And Pearson's sitting right there waiting to see what's going to happen with these two, and
they're not done battling.
Nope, not done at all.
Robleski's got a fender.
But that's about all he's got. And he's going to have Robleski trapped up on that high side. And now if Robleski can do the crossover on him, he may get a run.
Yeah, perfectly executed crossover. Right
yes. Boy, I'll tell you what, these guys are, they're putting on a heck of a show right here in the front.
3 to go.
one drives better in 1 and 2, and the other one drives better in 3 and 4. So, boy, Holt putting everything into it that he can right now. Did not get a good run that time.
He's got a good gap right here. He's got to hit his marks and hold this truck out because he's better from the center out. Holt's going to have to make a desperate move like this right here.
Oh, man.
It's not going to be enough. And Robleski's got a good drive off. He's having to be able to inch away a little bit down the straightaway because Holt couldn't get back to the throttle early enough. And the momentum shift. 2 to go. This is going to be a great battle right here to the end.
Yes.
Holt really bombing that truck down into the centers.
Roger, I think you ought to interview first and third, and I'll take second. How's that?
I'll do whatever you like, sir. I'm game for just about anything.
I'll let you take Robleski. I think Holt probably gave it all he's got, and he's done right now. He's just going to ride right there and take second and be happy with that.
He's going to finish second. He's really made a big mistake there, and Pearson's got a great run.
Yes,
and
he
he'll
does.
just go by on the high side.
It's like that's what he's going to do.
Got it.
White flags in the air. One more lap. Robleski going to bring it around. And second right there, Steven Pearson.
Overdrove his entry.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness, Pearson had it given to him. Now the drive off the corner. Can he stay clear of Holt down to 3?
No, but I'm going to stay right on Robleski right here because he is going to bring it to victory lane right now. David Robleski coming off of turn 4 to the stripe here at Michigan, 95 laps, leading 5 laps when he crosses the line. Congratulations to David Robleski. Wow.
Great run by David Robleski. Pearson second, Joe Holt in third. Man, those 3 trucks really battled well at the end right there. That was a great race.
Man, I'm telling you, David's got to be just jumping up and down in his seat right now.
Oh, we're going to find out in just a second because he's actually in team speed.
Yes. I know I'm pretty excited for him. I got goosebumps. That's how excited I am.
Hey, I tell you what, it doesn't matter. When somebody gets a win in this series now, it's a big deal. There are some seriously good drivers in here right now. And getting a win in this series is absolutely huge. So for Robleski to pull this off and get this win, that is absolutely a wonderful thing for him and a fabulously impressive performance tonight. And I want to talk to him here in just a second. But you know, Pearson came home second tonight. Joe Holt. Those guys battled and battled and battled all night long. Fabulous run for all those guys. The top 3 were amazing tonight.
Man, that was one heck of a finish.
Yeah. Well, David Robleski, are you here, buddy?
Woo!
NASCAR, right, man?
Rudy's got goosebumps, man. My hair's standing up. That was one hell of a race.
Excellent job tonight, man. You told me before that you thought you had a winner tonight. And you went out there and proved it. Man, take us through the race. That was an awesome run.
Well, I know my setup was built for the long run, and that first time around, when we first I want to say, you know, good job to Steven finishing second, and Joe, you know, coming in and racing hard. It was a great race. I mean, Steven and I, we were 4th and 5th. I caught that front group, and I can tell that it looked like they were getting tight. And I was certain times in the race, I was just running half throttle because I was just gaining on them so quick.
Yeah, you worked your way right through there, and when you got up there and went to battling, I mean, you showed those guys, hey, I've got something for you tonight. I want you to know early. And I think you made them take a little bit of notice right there. I mean, early in about 45 laps-ish, you went right up there and put a challenge on these guys. Was that just to make a statement and let them know, or were you just letting the truck do what it was going to do?
I was doing what it was doing. I was driving out of the rearview mirror, too, because I wanted, you know, like I said, the top 5, we were pulling away. We had 3.8 seconds lead over 6th in that early going. But when there was the restart, all of a sudden I saw Brian Viola there and a few other guys that I knew that's quick, and yeah, he started to make a run up there. And it's just a matter of having to get going. When they started getting tight and pushing, and I was like, I got to go. Company's coming.
Yeah, you went up there, you passed Mark Russell for the lead, and then getting down into 3. Was that a little, hey man, I think you roughed me a little too much trying to pass me for the lead, or was that just Mark just made a mistake and rubbed the back of you and ended up knocking you back to about 4th or 5th position right there?
Yeah, that's he got right behind me when I got by him, and I had to check up a little bit. I go in early. I let off early and start breaking in. Some guys ride it in deep, and Mark might have been one of those guys that rode it in deep, and he just tapped me a little bit, got me loose, but it's no harm, no foul.
Man, you had an awesome run tonight. That was excellent. Like I said, I was talking to you, I was talking to Pearson before the race, and yeah, it seemed like everything was just kind of falling into place for you guys. You two jumped in there, looked like you were working together pretty much the whole time, trying to stay in that draft and catch up to those guys. Is that how it was going for you, or were you guys just just racing as hard as you could race individually right there?
Oh no, it's we're teammates, and that's what we did. I mean, that was the plan, and we said, we'll go faster if we're straight instead of trying to race each other. We let the faster guy go first, which was Steven at the time, and then I think he scraped the wall and he said go go go, and he kind of behind me, and we just worked together, straight line, catching those guys and running them down.
Well, you guys made green flag pit stops, and I know you went in, you took your tires, you come out, you go around, everybody cycles through, and all of a sudden Pearson's 5.5 seconds ahead. Were you sure you could catch him, or did you think, man, he made a great call and he may steal this win tonight?
No, I knew he took 2, and seeing how many laps we had just gone green, and I needed a full tank of gas, I might as well take all 4, because then we had 30 laps left. So I knew it was going to take an extra can, which was going to take extra seconds, so just take all 4, and I knew I was going to run people down. But yeah, for Steven to come in and pass Joe on those 2 tires, that was something else.
Well, you guys definitely had a couple of well-working vehicles, and I'm gonna take off my interviewer's hat and tell you that the team owners are extremely happy to watch you two come home 1-2 tonight. The defending champ finished the second. I think this is your first win in quite a while here in this series, isn't it?
For me, yeah, it's I won Texas. That was 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. That was it.
Yeah, a couple seasons ago. So man, I'm really happy for you guys. You guys had a great run tonight. Anybody that you need to give a shout out or a thank you to before we let you go?
Many thanks to Ron Quisenberry. He provided the setup. I tweaked it. He tweaked it. We kept it back and forth, and it's this is where it turned out. So many thanks to him, Ron Quisenberry.
Well, all right, David. Congratulations again. We look forward to seeing you next week, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Rudy.
All right, we got Steven Pearson in here. Steven, you got a copy?
Yes, sir, Rudy, I got you.
All right. Well, last season's champ coming out here and bringing this home into second place. How does that make you feel for a 2-tire change? I mean, that was quite a gutsy move on your part, but you did a good job with it, and even passing Joe there on that last couple laps to go. Tell us about your race.
All in all, the racing was great. I mean, to me, it was probably the best race I know it's the best race we've had here this season. And truthfully, I was just wondering if I was ever going to get to talk to you guys again. The first 2 races, I was just, God, I had the worst luck ever.
Yeah, we seen that. Yeah, not a good way to start off the season, so you definitely got a break today. Tell us about that call of making the 2-tire change.
Well, my crew chief told me I needed to probably take about 11 gallons of fuel, take 2 tires, and I figured, what the heck? I was like running 6th or so when the pit stops happened, so I figured, why not? And came out running first, and then when I seen them starting to catch me, I knew I was just trying to hold on to a top 3, to tell you the truth.
Well, you did a great job, and even with the 2 tires and passing Joe Holt there with a couple to go, that was really great. A great move. I didn't get to see it because I was right on the leader, but great move on your part. Second place. after all you've been through so far this season, you'll take it, won't you?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, I think Joe, he might have tapped the wall or something, because coming out of 4, going down the little straight there, the front triangle, whatever you want to call it, he just slowed up way fast. I think he tapped it, and that hurt him. If not, he would have definitely had second, because I had nothing for those 2 guys up front, because they were on 4 tires way faster than I was.
Yeah, definitely. We could see that, boy. They caught up to you. They were back like I think at one time there when you were out front, they were like 6 seconds behind you, and boy, they reeled you up pretty quick there for a while. You got into a little lap traffic, and they kind of caught up to you. But great run by you tonight, Stephen. What's this going to do for you for the rest of the season? Is this going to hopefully set the tone for you?
And I'm hoping so, because those first 2 races were just god-awful for me. I mean, just terrible. And first of all, I'd like to give a big shout-out to old David up there for winning the race. That was a nice job. And for Joe, finishing 3rd, not too bad at all. And for both of them, for actually, whenever they caught me, I'd try to give them room. They didn't push the issue. I know Joe caught me in a turn one time, I think turn 3, and he let me get high out of 4 before he dove it down low, so I do appreciate that.
All right, well, great job out there tonight, Stephen. Anybody else you want to give a shout-out to or a thank you to?
Yep, like I said, to David, to Joe for racing me clean there at the end whenever I had old tires, and Team RPM, Roger. I know he's in the broadcast booth. I hope I make him proud tonight. Thanks for the setup and helping me with it and everything. And just all these guys out here. That was one kick. Well, I won't cuss, but one kicking race.
All right. Thanks, Stephen. Thanks for talking with us, and again, congratulations on your 3rd or 2nd place. Roger,
Thank you
got
sir.
3rd?
Yeah, I think we got him down here. Let me make sure I got him on the track.
Joe Holt, Roger Wagner, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Roger.
Well, man, you bring it home 3rd. I know you had a dominant truck. You ran out front pretty much, I think, more than half the race. I don't have the exact number in front of me of the laps you led.
53,
you and David Robleski, 53 laps I'm being told, but you and David Robleski, that last 5 laps, that was a heck of a battle. Man, take us through your race, and especially those last handful of laps right there, please.
Yeah, it was a good race, good fun racing with David there. I knew when he was behind me and he was riding while we were pulling in Stephen that I was using up a little bit more of my truck than he was. The draft really holds you to the person in front of you, so I knew he was saving his car there, and I was using mine up a little bit more than I wanted to. But we caught up with Stephen there, and once he got up around me, I knew it was going to be really hard to get back around him, but. Gave it all I could. The car got a little bit tight there where we'd used up the right front, and really just could never get back up to him again. I think if I could have got back beside him, I would do the race a little harder there, but tough race, but it was fun.
Yeah, you got plenty of props from those 2 guys in their interviews for how hard and how clean you guys raced, and it was a blast for us up here in the booth to watch and call. We knew you were going to cross David over when he passed you, and I thought he made his move a lap or 2 too early. I figured maybe it was a test where he'd set you up and find out exactly what you could and couldn't do, and you crossed him right back over, and man, if he didn't turn right back around and do it to you. But you guys kept it clean, didn't touch each other. That is the ultimate amount of respect on the track, in my opinion. And I commend all 3 of you boys for how hard you raced each other and how cleanly you raced one another. Fabulous run tonight. You got anybody special you need to give a thank you to tonight?
Yeah, thank you guys for putting on the show. Always sit here, watch it, listen to you guys. It's always enjoyable. And so the guys back at 1UP, we worked pretty hard on this setup all week. Disappointed that I couldn't bring it home for them, but we'll come back again next week and give it a shot then.
Yes, sir. I believe we're at Bristol next week. That ought to be a whole lot of fun for everybody. We always look forward to seeing you out there. We always know you're going to be one of the fast guys running up towards the front there. So congratulations again on your 3rd place finish, and we'll see you at Bristol next week, bud.
Thanks, Roger.
All right, Rudy, you want to run down the stats, and then we'll go over the final standings, and we'll get out of here for the night. Ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Joe Holt, I forgot I had my mic muted. I'm getting bad at doing that. Anyhow, yeah, Joe Holt winning, getting the most laps, leading the most laps with 53 laps. But David Robleski leading the last one, the most important one, and congratulations to him on that win. So we only had 2 cautions tonight, Roger, and 11 lead changes, which is pretty amazing. That's a very good race out here tonight. Okay, we'll run down through the results real quick. Robleski coming in on the top spot. Stephen Pearson in second with that last couple lap pass on Joe Holt. Joe coming in third. Brandon Barkey coming in fourth. Was one of the guys that started on the pit road and come in fourth.
Well, the damaged truck, he comes home fourth. So yeah, that's an excellent run for him. Big congratulations to him for that. 'Cause the front of that truck was just a wave. It was not straight anywhere. That's a great run on that truck.
Kevin Mitchell fifth. Cameron Higgins sixth. Mark Wright seventh. Rick Walker, great finish for him with the damaged truck as well, eighth. Mark Russell in ninth. And Jason Seislov 10th, Roger.
Chris Pence come home 11th. 12th to Brent Keith. William Tony in 13th. Nicholas Stone 14th. 15th was Roy Hall. Brian Phillips, newcomer, finishes 16th tonight. Patrick Rowland finishes 17th. Perry Snelson 18th. Brian Viola 19th. Another pit road starter. And I think he got a speeding penalty on pit road. That's why he ended up several laps down. So bad luck for him. And Doug Lemons rounded out the top 20, Rudy.
All right, Devin Morgan finishing 21st. Herman Reynolds 22nd. Tyler Burgess 23rd. David Lowe 24th. And Paul Hunley rounding out the field in the 25th position. So, again, Roger, good race out here. Only 2 cautions. Michigan, what a fabulous race this turned out to be. It was just amazing to sit here and watch. Them guys racing that hard, and they kept it until the latter part of the race where they really got racy. That was the amazing part to me.
Yeah, and then they raced clean. Even when they raced really hard, these guys raced each other really clean. I mean, at any moment, some of that could have turned into a big caution right there, and the 2 leaders get taken out. But they race each other hard. They race each other clean. Got to give them guys all the credit. And great finish for Pearson. 2 tires, and he still holds on and ends up coming home second, and it ends up not biting too bad. So great job by everybody.
Absolutely. All right, well, thanks for watching us here tonight on MaxSpeedTV. You were watching the Midnight Motorsports League here at Michigan. 95 laps. David Robleski winning it here tonight. Great job by everybody out here, and thanks for tuning in here, and we will catch you not tomorrow night, probably Tuesday night for another broadcast. So thanks for watching.